Hello and welcome to the Spirit Save. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. What do we have this time? It's another Scotch single malt, but it's very different to anything we've had before. It's the Glenkinchie 12-year-old. It's actually the first lowland whiskey that we've had on the channel. I don't tend to go for the lowland whiskies. I like the peaty Isla whiskies. I like the coastal style. I like the Campbelltown whiskies. I like the big beefy Highland whiskies, and I'm learning about bourbons and Irish as well. So I don't, we need to cover all of the bases. So I thought let's have the Glenkinchie 12. It's a Diageo whiskey. It is Diageo's component of the classic malts of Scotland range, the lowland component of that range. It is bottled at 43%. It is chill filtered, and it does have a little bit of brown dye in it, I believe. As it's a Diageo malt, it would be incomplete without that. I believe I may have had a small bottle or a miniature of the 12 or possibly the 10 of Glenkinchie. I've certainly tried it as part of whiskey tastings and things. I can't recall ever having had a bottle of it, but I think I've had miniatures and things like that. So I figured now is the time for a full-size bottle. The only other lowland whiskies I've tried have been Auchentoshan's. They haven't left me feeling particularly excited. So Glenkinchie was going to be the first lowland whiskey on the channel. Paid about $90 plus tax at BC Liquor. The distillery is very near Edinburgh. They call it the Edinburgh Malt. Does it say that on the box? It does. Small pricing. It says the Edinburgh Malt. So it's firmly on the tourist trail, and it receives busloads of tourists from all over the world at the distillery. Anything else I wanted to say about it? Yeah, it's double distilled. So people tend to think that lowland whiskies are triple distilled. I believe actually only Auchentoshan triple distills in the lowlands, but they obviously have a large capacity. So there's a lot of it on the market. Let's see what we have. Light and fruity, as you would expect. There's a grassy hay note to it, a light maltiness. Everything about it is light, slightly sweet, and very, very delicate. Ripe banana mixes with a hint of green banana, unripe banana. Light, delicate maltiness. There's a hint of citrus. It's lemon and sweet mandarin orange. There are some sweet floral and lightly herbal notes, so sweet basil or basil, as I want to call it. And within the sweet cereals, there's a slightly creamy component as well. So kind of a Werther's original candy. You have to work quite hard to find it. Predominantly the nose is light sweet fruit and these very nice cereal notes. Very easy to get along with on the nose at least. Is there a hint of peat there? Possibly. Only a very slight amount. sweet and grassy, hay, barley sugars, an array of cereal notes on the palate. It just slips down light and easy. It doesn't spike with alcohol. No rough edges. I hate saying smooth because that's what non-whiskey drinkers say about whiskey that's easy to drink, but it is very, very smooth. On the finish, it's quite mineral. And one thing I wrote in my notes, which seems very, very odd, is the gum of a postage stamp. I don't know if anybody else who's tried this has any idea what I'm talking about. I might have gone slightly mad. The cereal notes continue on the finish, and there's quite a strong kind of banana bread note there as well. So really, this isn't my style of whiskey. I'm not about to throw away all of my Islay whiskies and just buy Auchentoshan's and Glenkinchies. But it's important actually to try things of a different style, things that you're not necessarily used to. And I am in a strange position of challenging myself with a very easy and accessible whiskey. It is kind of a light thing, like champagne. You don't get big tannin, robust notes from champagne. You sip it and enjoy it, and that's the way it is. And I see Glenkinchie as being the same sort of thing. It's quite a summery whiskey. People who like the more robust styles shouldn't avoid this entirely. Shouldn't ignore this. Should give it a fair hearing. It is actually very, very nice. Not my usual style, but I admire how it's been put together. So yeah, the Glenkinchie 12. Check it out. I've enjoyed it. Excellent. We will meet one another again soon. Cheers. Thanks very much. Bye.